What's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast Now. I'm Alex, and in this video, I want to talk about the leak slash rumor, whatever you want to call it, that Sony will buy Bluepoint. It's just a matter of when. So, this is funny. This is a funny way of having this leak come out. So this comes from PlayStation Universe. They posted basically a transcript of a thread on Reset Era, which, everybody, some people, I guess people that are in Reset Era, talk very highly of. I think a lot of people that are outside of it, or maybe that have been kicked off of it, really despise that website. I know that I'm not a really big fan of that website either. And it's just funny that it seems like they actually attack each other, but in this attack, literally, they're attacking each other, they're like literally going at each other. They also drop the leak, or I guess the idea that it is going to happen. Sony will buy Bluepoint. It's just a matter of when. So we'll read it. We will exclude some words because I can't swear on the channel, so we aren't going to say that. But before I get too far in, make sure as always you're subscribed, bell icon turned on. If you guys want to follow me over on Twitter, Podcast Now 15 is my Twitter handle. Link for that is in the description, or of course you can just look me up on Twitter. Okay, so now moderator Transistor has offered their 2 cents on the matter and has backed up the previous user's claims that an acquisition is indeed on the card. So basically, I guess for context, and PlayStation Universe does this too, last year a Reset Forum member, I'm not even going to try and say the name, but a certain user posted that a deal between Sony and Bluepoint Games had been finalized. Unfortunately, this caused a lot of uproar on the forums, which called for the user to be banned as nothing on the supposed acquisition had come to fruition. So this guy posted something, people literally attacked him and said, "We want him gone." Seems like a fantastic website, right? Kind of like any other, kind of like Twitter or anything else. So this person said, "First off, I want to say how disappointed in this community I am. Not surprising, it's Reset Era." Transistor writes, "The amount of hostility in this thread is unwarranted. The community needs to be better about how it treats one another. As for that user that brought it up a year ago or so, however long, he's not going to get banned, so chill out. There's been smoke from multiple sources about Bluepoint being acquired by Sony, so it's pretty much going to happen. It's just a matter of when. I had faith enough that it was going to happen, so I would never have them banned in the first place. I don't like actual bans and don't tend to entertain them." Kind of sounds like me. I don't like to ban people either, but I will under the worst of circumstances. So that's it. Now, it's nothing new. I think, to be quite honest with you guys, we've talked about this a long time. If this does happen, I don't really think anybody is going to be surprised. I think all of us are kind of going to be like, okay, it's about time that happened. You know what I mean? Bluepoint has been incredible. Bluepoint is one of the top, I think they are the top remaking team in the world. There's others, Vicarious Visions, Toys for Bob. Like, there are some really, and there's more, but there's some, like, those, I would say those are some of the top ones. Bluepoint, I mean, come on. Demon Souls was phenomenal. Shadow of the Colossus, you go all the way back to, like, the Uncharted collection or the Nathan Drake collection. Like, they have done such an amazing job. Now, we heard, the rumor is they're making a Metal Gear remake. That's the next one they're making. So, to me, yeah, they're kind of like waiting there. I don't know if Sony has had like paperwork on the desk they just haven't like signed off on. I really think this is going to happen. I mean, we got reports of, like, remember Sony spent like $300+ million over the last year to secure, basically exclusives, whether they're timed, whether they're like full-on exclusives. They've spent like $300 million in the last year to do it, and a lot of the things that they did aren't even announced yet. They're things that'll be announced in the future. So this could very well be a thing. I mean, look, they literally just dropped the Insomniac thing on us. Remember, like, literally one random day, it was just, oh, hey, we bought Insomniac. You know what I mean? And that obviously, to do that, to buy a studio for that amount of money and all the intricacies that I don't know about them, but I'm sure there are a lot of like minute details with this kind of stuff. I'm sure it takes time. So it wouldn't surprise me whatsoever if they've been working on this for a couple of years at least, and if it's getting closer. So it would be great. It would make people mad, I think, make some people mad. Anytime any studio becomes an exclusive, obviously it's going to upset people. I get it, because you're taking the studio off the board for other like consoles or other systems for it to come out on. I think for a situation like this, it makes a little bit more sense. Even now, Insomniac was big because of Spider-Man, like making Spider-Man exclusive, but like Bluepoint has for the most part, I think actually always made like PlayStation games. It's never like Demon Souls, Shadow of the Colossus, Uncharted. These never came out on other platforms because all they pretty much do is make remasters or remakes for Sony specific games. So they only come out on PlayStation. So to be honest, hopefully, maybe, this isn't going to be an acquisition that makes too many people upset. It's a studio that's worked with Sony for a very long time. They've always been buddy-buddy, and now they're just going to come into the fold and just kind of make it official. You know what I mean? Again, Insomniac was a little different. Housemarque, it would kind of be like if Housemarque did, again, would anybody really be surprised? It'd be like that. And so I really don't think that's all that bad, considering it's always been that way. Now, you had like a Quantic Dream. Quantic Dream had always kind of worked with Sony, but now they put their games on everything. Their future games will be on everything. So you could maybe say, oh, well, maybe Bluepoint would eventually venture out and do their own thing. Definitely, that's possible. So yeah, I get it. I get if people are upset. People are always going to be upset when there's acquisitions, and that's reasonable. But this would be great for Sony. Again, kind of just to put pen to paper, you know that old saying, put pen to paper, because this is something that's already happened for years and years and years. And I would, again, like after Metal Gear, can you give me Resistance? Like, could you do Sly? Like, you could give Bluepoint, and they've already done it themselves, like a list of like, okay, here's like 15 games we want you to remake or, you know, remaster, and just go at, you know, pick your favorite one and go at it. It's kind of what they've been doing. It's what they will do. And so again, I don't really think it's going to be a shock. So let me know in the comments below, guys. What do you think? Do you think this is a surefire thing? When do you think it would be announced? Let me know. As always, make sure you guys are subscribed, bell icon turned on, so you know when all these videos go up. Again, if you guys want to follow me on Twitter, podcastnow15 is my Twitter handle. It's definitely less toxic than Reset Era, so if you're over there, I think you'd be fine on Twitter, honestly. Thank you all so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. I hope to see you all on the next video.